Okay, let's see if this is live now. Okay, we got volume, perfect. Okay, so hot sauce. I added brown sugar, ketchup, Coca-Cola, caramel, and a homemade hot sauce, Golden Buffalo, that I got from my other job. You use that on the burritos at the burrito stand. Now, we just bought that Coke yesterday, but it wasn't very carbonated. Should have opened up the new one, but didn't realize that it would be flat already. I'm going to go ahead and actually put this in the microwave, heat it up now. That way we can get it to help get rid of that brown sugar since it's clumping up. I don't have anything in the brown sugar to stop it from drying out.
Yeah, I should beat up by 1 or 2 at least. Yeah, Maria just got her place in Whetstone. She said she should be able to have Leo by next weekend over to visit. They want to play and stuff. Yeah, right. Yeah, she's just happy that she's
See that should separate a little bit, but go ahead and mix it back together here.
Okay. So.
Okay, there we go. No more clumps of brown sugar popping up. Got one little chunk there, but I'm not going to worry about one small chunk. There it is right there, actually. So, gone. Okay. Ooh, that's got good flavor to it. You want to try the sauce, Anthony?
Try sauce.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
It's got a little bit of the burrito sauce. It has it's a homemade, so it has the ketchup, brown sugar, Coke, and then I put caramel in it as well. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt here, and the salt's gonna make it kind of like a salted caramel barbecue with a little bit of heat from the Golden Buffalo. So 1 second, and then come back over here.
I'll go get a cancer. I'll be back.
Huh?
I'll go get a cancer. I'll be back.
Well, here, just try it. Did the salt last? Make sure that we are happy with the sauce before we salt it. No, you're not going to get it from the side there.
I got some on the tip of my.
Yeah, but okay.
No, I hit the pool with the tip. It's good.
You think it's enough salt, or you think a little bit more?
I'm gonna leave it up to you. I think it tastes good. I trust you,
I think it'll be fine because we're going to salt the chicken too. So perfect. Okay, so we have our chicken breasts over here, and what I did is I butterfly cut them and finished cutting them through. I did a better job than yesterday. Took the time to get actually straight down the middle of them, so now they're about the same thickness. Give them a light thing of salt. Yeah, I guess it's not necessarily light, but oh well. We have it on the medium setting. The salt shaker that we have lets you choose between really fine, medium, or large. We're gonna flip them over real quick. Wash your fingertips off. our salting. This side, we're also going to add pepper too. And the reason is that this is going to be the side we put down first. So this is going to hit the pan, sear that pepper in. And we can pepper them once they're in the pan as well. Okay, honestly, looking at it, well, we were going to use this pan, but it actually didn't get completely clean. So put that in the sink, use that one next time. We'll just take our time and cook them one at a time or two at a time in the pan here. Make sure it's stirred up nice. Okay, so we're going to take our knife, stack the chicken on top of each other. I guess we could just use our hands. Wound up using fingertips anyways. Do a little rinse. I'm not too worried about a full wash on those fingertips like I did my right hand just now, because this hand is going to be used to grab bacon. So we got 3 strips of bacon here. Make it 4. What we're going to do is just cut them about thirds. Push down. Kind of get that nice little stretch out to them. Make them a little bit longer. And it's not thick cut, so it's something that will cook really quick. Thick cut is better for chewy, thin isn't, but I'm going to try and make them a little chewier still, because that's just how I prefer my bacon. I'm going to go ahead and turn both burners on here. I'm going to go to a medium, between 4 and medium, depending on how your stove is. Medium being straight down, 4 being 1 notch over. Go ahead and keep the bacon pan on a straight medium. So just a little bit hotter than the chicken. Actually, we're going to go ahead and do that on both. We're going to give them a few minutes to heat up. Usually you don't want to have nothing in the pan, so throw some oil in the chicken pan. Wash our hands quick first. Use soap to get that raw chicken off, raw bacon. Don't want to be grabbing stuff throughout my kitchen with that on my hands. Then you have to clean everything off after, and that's just annoying. Don't want a ton, but a little bit in there. And while I'm looking at it, actually, we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of onion powder to our sauce. I was going to add that straight to the chicken, but I don't really feel like trying to undo the chicken here. It's stacked up nicely. Might as well just leave it. Ooh, I like that. So it's not always about going out and buying all kinds of ingredients to make food. It's about looking to see what you have at home, see your spices. I have not much ketchup left. Need to get through it, buy another one. That's a big bottle. Get towards the bottom, it always starts to worry me. Like, you know, it's not going to go bad, but at the same time, like, it's low. In my mind, that means we had it a while. I put the wrong pan on because I'm dumb. That one's correct. Okay. So we can already see the bottle, the oil's heating up. It's not perfect yet, but it's definitely warmer than when we first put it in. Oh, we got a little smoke there. Looks like we burnt something on the burner last time. Not much we can do about that now, so we're just going to go ahead and let it burn off, and afterwards take the elements off and clean them. So we're gonna grab a piece of bacon. It's got that nice searing sound on that one. That one doesn't, so that has a little bit while to go. Oh, hey, can you go get bread? And cheese.
What kind?
What kind do you want? We could do provolone, Swiss, cheddar.
Cheddar or Swiss. Provolone wouldn't be bad either.
Up to you.
Either. It doesn't matter.
Go ahead and grab provolone, I guess. So rather than Swiss, we can bring back the change. Adjust it. I was gonna have you leave earlier, but you were on the phone and I didn't want to bug you.
No.
Oh, okay, that has that nice searing sound to it. So, ooh,
I let your neighbors know, one of them over there, about locking their vehicles. You might want to spread the word to your neighbors, because I think I saw him, because I went out for a cigarette earlier. Or when I think when I went out for a cigarette, someone was over by a vehicle over here and they walked to the right. Like, it might have been just one of your neighbors actually at their vehicle.
yeah.
But it was 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, we have neighbors that go out and smoke throughout the night.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I was just talking on public.
So, we got that nice sear to it, but we just put that cold chicken on the hot pan. It's gonna cool it down. So we're gonna go ahead and let it cook on that side for a bit before we flip it over. When we flip it over, we want that nice hot sear again. Put a flip over here, so we're ready to flip the bacon. Back, gonna go ahead and flip it right away. Uh-oh. Now, bacon will curl up. So we're gonna try and use the fork. Oh, geez, maybe that's not gonna work. Okay, well, we tried. Just gonna flip it over. There we go, that's better. Now, take a spatula, quick flip, see how it has some browning on. You can't see it right now, but 1 second. So, see how there's like a little bit of brown to the chicken, it's not just white. So that's going to be everything seared into it. It's just amazing flavor. Okay. Got a small little plate ready. Put the bacon on there when the time comes. I'm going to push this down a little. Put our utensils over here. We'll get this plate of quick rinse and wash. Figure we flipped that chicken, it was raw, we put the spatula back on there. No point in risking that. Now, this bacon over here is done. And notice it's just little chunks. That's how I was going. That way we can go ahead and put those little chunks on a sandwich. We don't have to worry about if we bite, we're going to pull the whole strip of bacon out. Top of that, you can go ahead and throw a little extra or less on if you want. Make sure it's covered the way you like. We're just going to go ahead and roll it around in a paper towel here for a second. We have 2 sheets folded in half there. Full sheet if you have regular roll. Bacon's really greasy. You can see the pan's already filling up. After this batch, we're going to go ahead and empty that probably. We'll see what we decide on here when the time comes. Okay, we're in the 130 range for that one. That one's spiking up a lot higher. It's also a lot smaller of a piece. We can't get another angle here. Okay, now we're getting 140. We're going to leave that on. We're going to flip them again. Oop. That side's got real brown, real nice color to it. If you wanted them to have an extra crispy outside, what you could do is finish cooking them, pull them off, let them cool down, cook the other ones, pull those off, and you can throw the first ones that you cooked back on. And what's going to happen is that center's already cooked and starting to cool down. That outside is cooling down, and when that outside is cooled down a little bit more, and hit that hot pan, it's going to sear it again. Now I know we just flipped these, but it's already cooked because we left them on one side so long. And we're not going to go ahead and empty that out after all. This doesn't really have 4 more pieces to put in there, and it's not as bad as I thought it might be. Same thing, we're going to roll these around a bit. We're gonna cook real quick. This chicken should be done. Test it real quick to find out. Okay, so the big piece has a little bit longer to go. This was almost done a second ago. Okay, that one's done. Flip these over and it's going to be done almost instantly. What we're going to do is move these down here, fold this over. Okay. Well, turn this off. We're going to push those down. We're just going to go ahead and pull another piece of tab towel and do that. Check this piece of chicken again here. Okay. That's done. Let's see, we put the oil back. I'm gonna throw a little bit more in the pan. See, it's smoking right now. It's because there's nothing in it. Also need to re-level my stove. Oh well. Now, do that. I'll let the oil warm up here before we mess with it. Okay, we're getting smoke, so that's hot. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it down to 4. So, if you look, you have nice flimsy bacon still. It's cooked still, so you don't have that nice chewy fat. Like I said, thinner pieces, it's not gonna happen. Get it covered here. Give us another whisk just because I want them to play with here. And luckily this is something that you can play with and it's not going to affect it. a lot of things that you don't really want to waste a lot and so on and so forth. Now these are a lot thinner, so I'll flip those over. I didn't add the extra pepper, but that's fine. They don't have as much browning, but you can definitely tell that it's darkened. That's just because the pan was hot, starting to smoke, and I didn't want to go ahead and risk damaging the pan and having it go too far. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. Now when those are done, we're going to put all 4 pieces back into the pan and add our barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce is going to thicken when we throw it in there, so the heat's going to help evaporate a lot of the soupiness to it. So it's going to caramelize and stick to our chicken. And that's caramelize is probably a better word for the browning here. The chicken starting to caramelize. Same way on like a pizza, the deep dish pizza, the outer edge is nice and brown, but it's not burnt, it tastes good. I'm going to go ahead and check it here, see about how far along we are. We're already at about 135, and I'm going to flip her again. A little bit warmer on that piece. You see that oil pretty much gone already. So the initial threw in there. And these would be good just how they are. Put a little cheese, bread, you could add a sauce to it. Even probably like go ahead and add a little bit of this right over top without putting in the pan. But not what we're going for today. We want that barbecue chicken. Put this up here and keep a nice coloring of everything. You know, we probably have oil all over these, so I'm going to take all 4 elements off when I'm done and clean those off as well. Then the 50 range, flip it back over. Put your ranch in that one as well. What we're going for is 165 in case you don't know. Nice thing it has, you don't have to go ahead and cook the chicken, you don't have to guess, and it's like $4 or $5 I think at Meyer. Uh-oh, I think the battery just died on us. There we go. Looks like it just got a little loose. Okay. I like to flip, that way we get even cooking throughout the whole thing. Now everything's done. Move those to the side a little. Put these back in. Got a little bit of pepper. Ooh. Now, lift it up, make sure it's getting underneath the chicken. Give it some time here. You can see it's already starting to boil. And because it has that brown sugar in it, it's going to bubble up. So we're just going to keep moving them here. Take this, flip it over. Okay, now I'm going to turn the heat up. It's at 6 right now, so just a notch over medium. Watching the sauce boil. And give the sauce a little bit of time here. Keep flipping the chicken. That sauce, once it's on top, is going to cool a little bit compared to when it's on bottom. When it cools, it gets that little stickier. So hoping that it'll just have a nice layer to it. Now I'm going to jack it up to high for a second. Not very long. Looking to see about how thick the sauce is. I'm going to turn it off. Now we're going to go ahead and pull these off, back onto the plate. So they have a nice layer on there. That'll give you that nice barbecue flavor. And then this is going to go ahead and cool down here slowly. And as it does, it's going to make a nice thick sauce. You can pour that right over the top of the chicken. Or you can use it as some extra barbecue sauce for if you want extra in your sandwich for dipping, so on and so forth. Now, I didn't add any honey mustard to the sauce, but I am going to put a little honey mustard on my chicken sandwich. Now we're just going to watch this as it gets down. And you saw how it was like really bright, really soupy at first, but if we take all this, push it down in there, put this down, grab this fork. You can see it's that nice dark barbecue color now. It's a lot thicker. You can see it's like pushing against each other, making waves rather than the fork just moving through it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get rid of these. Throw our napkin out. Take this pan, remove it from the heated, and that's gonna cool down a lot faster now. That's really good. I'm happy I added that onion powder. It gave it a really strong taste, and it's going to be really good, I think, come time to have the chicken. Now, he's still out getting bread and cheese, which I didn't think would take this long. Now that this is starting to cool, go ahead and touch it real quick. Yeah, it's nice and sticky. Go ahead and resalt it. I said earlier we added caramel. It was going to be like a salted caramel barbecue. You can add a little bit of salt to it, which is nice. But if you salt it up afterwards, you get that real nice caramel and salt taste. And we don't want much. Keeping it on that medium setting. And we're not doing a full crank. We're just moving it back and forth. So it's going to get a little chunks here and there. Otherwise, it's just going to get a very light dusting. Now, okay, you got some chunks of salt on there, so you get that nice salted taste with the caramel and the barbecue. You can see now it's not even dry. It's not even going straight through the fork when you lift up. Takes that second. It's sticking to the fork. Go ahead, scrape this down a little bit more here. It's even sticking to the fork as we pull it down. Well, he's not back yet, so I think we're going to cut the video off there. Now let's see what happens to pull up here, like right now. Not sure where he went. The store's just around the corner. Nothing happened. But all I'm going to do, piece of bread, put a little bit of honey mustard on the bottom. Then I'm going to go ahead, chicken. The cheese now, since we weren't able to add it to it right away since he wasn't back, we're going to go ahead and wash out this pan, get it ready here. And what we're going to do with that is we're going to put the cheese slice straight on the pan. The cheese is cold, the pan's going to be warm, not horribly hot, and the cheese is going to start to warm up and slowly melt. And as it does that, we'll scoop it up underneath it with either, well, probably plastic or rubber, plastic, whatever it is, spatula. What is it? Nylon. There we go. Get it scooped up, put it on the cheese. That way the cheese is warm and it's already melting. Chicken be warm, melted onto it, and boom, presto. I never like to put cold cheese on a hot sandwich. I think it's a waste. So I got to empty out that oil, throw it in the bucket, and get everything cleaned up here while I wait for him. Yeah. Okay, well, adios, guys.